Fine, I'll look up the German mud wizard. Robed wizard taunts police struggling in mud. What is happening here? Did he deploy a quicksand? Is this guy an earthbender? What is going on? Well, he is very powerful. What is this? Prestidigitation? Like, goddamn. Oh! There he is! The wizard has been summoned. Man, all of these police officers are like turtles on their shell. Jesus Christ. This is embarrassing. Oh, it's like toddlers when they're still learning how to walk. Are they all drunk or something? What is going on? There's no way it's that hard. This man's fighting for his fucking life. The mud wizard's gonna drag him back by the heels like a horror movie in a second. Man, at this point, just start doing, like, rolling. Like, it's like, oh, shit! It's like cow tipping. The mud wizard strikes. We're gonna need reinforcements. His tootsies are stuck in the mud. Whoever set up this trap, though, really did a great job. It's like some kind of holy barrier. Oh, no. So this is how it all ends for this guy, huh? He'll just be stuck here forever. Oh, come on! He's almost there, let's go! Oh no, it's like bowling pins. Oh, jeepers. Oh, Jiminy Christmas. There we go. That's the mud wizard for you. And none of them can navigate the mud pit. Oh, the mud wizard got him with a blast. Oh, there he is. You're in his territory now. This is his domain. His spiritual pressure is able to run rampant here. This guy is actually being swallowed whole. He's gonna need to be airlifted out here in a second. He's going really deep. He's going straight to hell. Like, good lord. They're gonna need to get the chopper and a ladder inbound ASAP. And the mud wizard's coming. Oh god. Oh no. Oh lord. Have mercy. It's Radagast the Brown. Man, this goes on for so long. There we go. We got him. Mission successful. He gets to go home and see his family. Close call, though. Close call. We almost lost him. Wow. That was fascinating. Jesus Christ. Someone give me the lowdown. What happened here? Was this like a concert or what? Because I do remember there was also a filth wizard at a rave a long time ago. I also think it was Germany. There was a guy who dressed as a wizard and started playing in the mud and twirling around a baton and shit. It was a coal mining protest. Oh. Does anyone remember the Wizard of Filth? Damn, this is too new, so it's overriding the old one. Where is it? Does anyone know what I'm talking about? 2 wizards, 1 cup. Well, that's not the one. It was at a rave. And there was a guy dressed in a gray wizard's garb. It was raining, it was muddy, and he was just busting it wide open. I wonder if it's the same guy. I'd really like to find the video. Does anyone know what it's called? Is it just Rave Wizard? I tried Mud Rave Wizard, but it didn't come up. Oh, here we go. Wizard Gandalf at a rave. I think this is it. This is not the one. How often does this happen? This must be a very common cosplay thing for raves. This is pretty cool, though. He was wearing gray wizard gear. I think he even had a walking stick. And he was dancing. Anyone at all? Why is it? I'm pretty sure I even showed it on stream at some point, like 2 years ago. What the fuck? Why is this so hard to find? Am I crossing wires? Was he not in a wizard's getup? I'm pretty sure he was. Here, I guess I'll pull this up. Maybe this will jog someone's memory. This is kind of what the environment looked like. But then there was a guy dressed as a wizard, and he was throwing mud, and he had a walking stick, I'm pretty sure. What the fuck? Are you... What? And... Man, what the fuck? No, it's not the Glastonbury Wizard. What? How does this fit anything I have said? I pulled this goddamn video up on stream years ago. Thanks to Resub Filthy. Why can't I find it? Did it get taken down? Was it not as popular as I remember? Hey, I'm gonna describe a video real quick. Tell me if you guys know what I'm talking about so I can find it. Have any of you seen
the Blippy video?
No, that Blippy shit video, that was so good. It was a music festival, it was a concert, it was raining, it was muddy, people were throwing mud at each other, and there was a guy dressed as a gray wizard throwing mud at people.
Oh, the one in Germany?
Yes, that's what I thought. But I can't find it. I can't find it.
Wait, I can find it.
Okay,
wait,
cool.
at the protest, you mean?
No, that's Mud Wizard. I'm talking Filth Wizard. This was like a level 99 Filth Wizard.
Oh,
Andrew, how could you think this was Mud Wizard?
My bad.
Yeah.
It sounded nothing like it.
Fuck, I can't.
Very different. Very different levels of magic.
How can chat not find it?
No, I pulled this fucking thing up on stream years ago. He was not the focus of the video. I will say that. The video was focused on the concert.
Wizard's a red herring here.
Yeah, the wizard was just like a pretty like small piece of it, but like he became a meme. They called him the Filth Wizard on Reddit. Messy Merlin?
Maybe it was Messy Merlin and you're thinking of Filth Wizard.
It's not Messy Merlin. Literally nothing came up with that except a beached dolphin.
Oh.
Is it Polish Golem at a rave? That's... Wait, that...
What the fuck?
So deep.
No, God, is anyone even listening to me? It is not Polish Golem. He is not even wearing a wizard's garb.
Alright, so describe the video again, but
this...
like really go into some detail here.
Oh, wait, we forgot a guy. How did we possibly miss that guy?
So...
Wait, we forgot a guy?
This seems...
He's just chilling.
This seems like a pretty common thing. So it was a rainy day. The video, it was still raining. Everything was covered in mud and filth and shit. And there was a guy in a wizard's cloak who was throwing mud at people and dancing. And I'm pretty sure he had a walking stick. But yeah, this video was cool.
Positive it was a music festival?
I am 100% sure it was a music festival. Unless they just do like mud parties.
Oh my god, look at it.
Yeah, he just knocks...
That's
He
such
uses his
a good
fucking most
video.
powerful spell to root that fucking that SWAT police officer in place, and then he pushes him over.
Yeah, he casts a crazy root on that guy. The whole department honestly fell victim to the CC. It was really good.
Naked mud monster running uphill at Australian music festival?
He definitely wasn't naked. I would remember if he was hanging
Oh
on.
yeah, this
Wait,
is straight up.
wait.
He's straight up naked.
Wait, I think I found it.
What's it called?
Here, I'll just send it to you on Discord. I hope this is it. Is he like playing with fucking like light up balls?
Oh no, that's Rave Wizard.
Oh, God damn it! Why are there so many fucking wizards?
There's a lot of wizards in the world. You'd be surprised.
God.
Man slides into girl peeing at V Festival 2012.
Oh, that one got promised.
Last night in bed, actually.
Oh my, yeah, she's peeing on the ground and he mudslides straight under her.
Nice.
Send me mudslide pee. I want to watch that on my own. Look up Mag Smrodu. Okay, last one though before doing this encounter. Actually, last one.
Alright, everybody's ready except for Charles, I think, because he's looking up a video.
Oh, the Filth Wizard! Yes, wait, that's it. It's in a different language. That's why we couldn't find it. I got everything right except for his cloak. It's not a gray cloak.
Put it in the raid
I
group
need
so
to see it,
everybody
yeah.
can join in.
Yeah.
Shit.
Hold on, let me drop that in there.
You're gonna have one message in this Discord and it's that.
Yeah, it's just Filth Wizard. Here, let me make sure it's not Toss and I'll pull it up on stream. I don't think it is. In fact, it's actually not even a wizard at all.
Yeah, that's just a man with a stick.
But they called him.
This was so misleading. Come
if you-
on. it's
if
not a
you-
wizard.
If you go into the comments, I promise you they're calling him Filth Wizard.
They're all talking in German.
Holy shit, that wall of
Polish,
noise.
whoever this is.
He actually only has a stick.
Why did you
Wait, he's just drinking the mud?
Yeah. So he's not playing with the mud, he's drinking it. That's why I got confused. Wires got crossed. But yeah, this is. They called him.
Somebody find this.
I don't know, they called him the Filth Wizard, though. I swear to God, they called him the Filth Wizard.
Look at that good Samaritan coming up and saying, "Hey man, stop drinking that fucking water."
Oh, when I
What a good
translate Mag Smrodu, it translates to Stink Mage.
Alright.
Jesus, alright.
Let's get started.
Yeah, staff just posted it. The Stink Mage replenishes mana in the Tainted Moon well. Let's get serious.
The Stink Mage and his mana potion.
The tainted moonwell.
I told you, that video is such a fucking banger. Last week I watched a police chase on YouTube that I was convinced was the slowest in the history of law enforcement. They were chasing a Tahoe that was driving under the speed limit, using their turn signal, and it was honestly just like a really polite chase, if you can even call it that. It was more like a motor cavalcade, and I thought to myself, golly, this is what it's all about. You know, this is speed. It doesn't get better than this. The intensity was off the charts. The adrenaline was pumping throughout my body just watching it. I can only imagine the rush of the officers as well as the woman driving the Tahoe. And I just didn't think it could go slower. Until today. I watched the video where the police chased down an Amish buggy. And it's as thrilling as it sounds. Bodycam shows police in low-speed chase of drunk Amish guy driving horse and buggy. That goddamn menace. Okay. Just when you thought it was safe to go back on the road, now you gotta look both ways just in case old Abraham comes around in the horse and buggy. And he's been drinking.
Whoa! Hey!
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 Hey, you put that shit in park!
Wake up!
Good lord!
There's a Bud Light can sitting in there and he's passed clean out. He'll go home. The horse knows how to get home. I'm gonna see if I can get in front of him and slow down.
Well, you're gonna scare the horse if you do that. What is that plan? You better hope this guy hasn't tricked out that buggy with nitrous oxide boosters.
Might have it stopped. Nope.
Oh boy! Oh, now look what you done.
Disregard. He just rammed it into my car.
You knew he was asleep and you parked in front of him. What do you mean? Yeah, this guy just got Amish pit maneuvered here. This is entirely the officer's fault. He even said the guy is slumped over, passed out, and then he still slabs up in the middle of his, like, path.
Hey, stop your horse.
What?
Stop your horse.
What? Yeah, let me just put it in a park real quick.
Stop your horse. Get your horse.
What do you want me to do? He doesn't even know where he is right now. Man, just fucking peel out of there. The cops will never catch you. An old-fashioned Wild Western chase here.
Okay, grab the horse so it...
Arrest that horse as well.
243. Repeating, Victor Adam.
Let's breathalyze it. Might be drunk.
243.
I got around him and had him stopped.
No, what are you
Stopped
talking?
in the road, and then when I got out, he went to go around me and just rammed it right to... And he's got busted his head.
No, I don't think that's what happened at all. What? Pardon? What in tarnation? This guy was asleep. I don't think he made like a conscious decision to go around. I think the horse itself panicked because of your fucking lights pulling up out of nowhere in the middle of the night, and the horse tried to get around you. Not the driver coming up with a conscious decision to try and drift around you. But let's watch it back. Maybe I missed something.
We might have it stopped. Nope. Disregard.
It's like stopping Santa's sleigh. Like, you just put a roadblock in front of the reindeer. It's your fault. And even here you said we might have it stopped, and then afterwards you're saying I had it stopped, which you didn't. You never had me. You never had your car, as Dominic Toretto said. Granny shifting, not double clutching like you should.
And he stopped in the road, and then when I got out...
Type of cop to put down some road spike traps to stop it.
And he's got busted his head.
Yeah, get the spike tarp out.
In the damn ditch. I don't know. And I started walking around the corner of the car to grab the reins, and that's when he fucking took off.
What are you doing? I watched your body cam. What?
Every time you get beside of him, he'd freaking speed up.
It's an animal. You scared it. The dude was asleep. He passed out. You said so yourself. This man just made up his own fanfic on camera. Check the comments. No way the comments aren't calling that out. I love that the horse knows exactly where it's going, like a self-driving Tesla. The comments are kind of slapping. He fell asleep in the wagon, horse left for home. He technically wasn't driving. The horse was on autopilot. Don't see what's wrong. Drunk guy has a designated driver. He's a passenger in an Amish Uber. Oh, here, yeah, now the comments calling it out. Anyone else catch the cop changing the story? Yeah. Yeah, this was pretty interesting. This was some of the worst police work of all time. Last night, some deviously clever thieves hatched a genius idea on how to steal an ATM machine using a forklift. This isn't the first of its kind, and it certainly won't be the last. In fact, it's a pretty popular genre of content online, with surveillance cameras capturing goofy ATM heists, and it's always a whole team of clowns that show up to the party, and somehow none of them had any neuron activation to plan beforehand, because it almost never goes right. It seems like ATM robberies are done exclusively by people that can't tie their own shoes, but then also somehow have access to the wackiest vehicles ever. Like, last night it was a forklift. There was one a couple years ago where they came up with a fucking excavator, actual heavy machinery, an excavator they used to carve the ATM out of a building, pick it up in its bucket and dump into a goddamn van. Like, I don't even know where they're getting it from. It's like they're playing GTA Online in real life. But yeah, it's always just so interesting. So I want to show you a few of them. We'll start with last night's forklift heist. This happened in Sacramento, and it's like something out of a SpongeBob episode with every villain is Lemons here. So there's only a couple of chess pieces on the board here. We have the white pickup truck on the top and the forklift on the left. Now pay close attention to that forklift operator, because he may be out here committing a crime, but he said, "God damn it, I'm not violating OSHA regulations." Robbery is one thing, but violating OSHA regulations, that's an unforgivable sin, and I will have no part in that, thank you very much. So that gentleman's in the proper forklift attire, complete with even the hard hat, and then he just fires this bitch into turbo drive. He engaged the NOS boosters and just gave a big wallop to the ATM, knocking it off of the pedestal there. And then he begins the second part of this incredible scheme that they've hatched. The truck driver throws that ass in reverse to get in the proper position to receive the ATM, and then the forklift driver comes over here and just skewers it. He starts pumping it a little bit, hoping to get the tongs on the actual ATM unit itself and not just the outer casing. It's like an egg, and then the orange stuff is the shell, and what he wants to get to is the yolk in the middle. So, with the delicate hands of a surgeon, he gets underneath it and cradles it like a baby. So, mission accomplished so far. He's got the ATM on the forklift, and now it's just the last little piece of the puzzle, and he blows it. Yeah, he blows it. A bit of a fumble there, miscalculation, could have happened to anyone. And as you can see, it's happening to the best of us. Now all of a sudden there's a spectator in the stands. Another car swoops in here, a variable they couldn't have accounted for, and this had to be the most shocking moment of that driver's life. What started as just a normal trip to the ATM ended up with him getting caught in an idiot's sandwich, so he says, you know what, I'm not hungry, I'm going home. And just when you thought this game was over, sports fans, wait until the fourth quarter, because look at this comeback. A perfect exchange from forklift to truck bed. Dominic Toretto puts pedal to the metal and drives off. No need to fasten or secure the ATM in the truck bed. It's not going to fall off. They're operating off hopes and dreams. And when has that ever not been enough? According to news reports, the ATM fell off a few miles up the road and ended up causing a car accident. So I can only pray that whoever was involved in that accident is okay. Just, who could have seen that coming?
Into the bed of the truck, only for it to fall off in the middle of the street, causing a traffic accident.
No one could have accurately predicted that that would happen. Just truly a freak accident somehow, that ATM falling off the truck. But I don't want to just talk about just this one ATM heist, because there's so many that are just as wacky and goofy, so I want to show you a few of them. But before doing that, I want to show you something that is far more valuable than an ATM machine. It's Godslap. Issue 4 of Godslap, to be precise. It just dropped today. Issue 4 of Godslap is here. This is the standard cover, as well as always, 2 beautiful variant covers. And the story is really, really getting good, so you don't want to miss it. Godslap issue 4 is available right now at badegg.co, and if you don't want a physical copy of Godslap, there is a digital download as well, so definitely make sure to check that out. It's our comic series we've been working on for a few years now, and we're really starting to get in our stride. We're entering the golden age of Godslap, baby. I know I've already shown this clip before, but since I mentioned it at the beginning of the video, I figured there's no time like the present to once again put it in the top of everyone's mind. This is the infamous excavator ATM heist here. So this is a stolen excavator, and they really gave it a workout. You can see him going fishing here for the ATM, just really digging in there like someone trying to get the last bit of toothpaste out of the tube. Finally gets the ATM in the bucket, and here's his good friends here, the foot ninjas from the Ninja Turtles. That man up front is striking a power stance like actual NPC energy, and then he gets it and just puts it in the open sunroof of the van. And let me tell ya, perfect calculations because it fits like a glove. Look at that. Putting the square into the square hole just the way we used to do it when we were kids. Jackpot. Now, it may not have, fit as perfectly as they maybe drew it up in the playbook, which is why they give it a couple of little slaps to try and get it down a bit deeper, but at the end of the day, it was good enough, so they were satisfied with the job well done and drove away.
The footage is shocking. A pickup truck smashes into a grocery store, but this driver isn't done. He goes on the other side and zooms straight through.
When I first saw that clip, I actually laughed out loud very hard, which isn't normal for me from a YouTube video. I just couldn't even wrap my head around the thought process of the driver. Like, he accomplished the goal on the first try here. He got a strike down the bowling alley. He backed his truck up into the store through the doors the first time. So why did he pull out and do it again just for a bigger fucking explosion? Like, on the other side, it accomplished nothing. He had already done what he set out to do with getting his truck inside. I don't exactly know why he did that. That was absolutely a fuck you. This became personal. It went from an ATM robbery to a statement real quick.
Why is this happening? Because crooks are after the ATM machine. They load it in the truck and they're off.
Now this one doesn't use any fancy schmancy machinery here like a forklift or an excavator. Just good old-fashioned spit and elbow grease. Just two dudes being men, picking up an ATM and putting it in their truck and driving away. No need for elaborate planning, no need for even a single thought to enter your brain for this one. Just, I want ATM. I drive truck through and pick up ATM. Okay. Actual caveman brain idea.
With the use of brute force, brazen ATM thefts are happening all over the country.
This whole video from Inside Edition is mainly a montage of wacky ATM thefts, and you can see that they brought out a timeless classic strategy here with, once again, the forklift, but this one's got a little pizzazz to it. They're hitting us with a razzle-dazzle. So they're doing like a little balancing act where they're just like, they got a fingernail on the ATM machine with the forklift tongue, and he's just like kind of balancing it on the way out and like holding it back and driving away slowly. It's like something out of the circus. It's actually very impressive. There's real talent behind the wheel of that forklift. This isn't something that anybody could just get up and do. There is a real passion for their work here. And dare I say it, they even seem a bit considerate. They said, you know what, I want the money from the ATM, but I don't want to cause too much damage in the process. So I'm just gonna real tenderly pick it up, balance it, and just get away with it. I don't want to hit any walls or anything. He didn't come in here and just start fucking slapping it around like the last guy in the forklift video we saw from last night. This guy came in here with a real delicate touch. Or at least that's what the video showed. Maybe right after this brief clip, the guy just goes ballistic and starts just like speeding the forklift into everything he can find, maybe.
In Chicago, a crook wraps a rope around the ATM and gives the signal. A truck then hauls the machine through the front door, even injuring his partner.
That one's probably my favorite. Just a beautiful blunder, really. Wraps the cord around the forklift, and then he's like, all right, punch it, and then he just gets absolutely blasted by the ATM. He didn't stop to think for just 1 second how the world works with physics and shit, that by standing at the doorway where the rope was leading out, that the ATM would follow that trail. So he just stands right in between a bullet and a target here and takes a hit to the leg from the ATM. It just comes through like a cannonball and annihilates him. His knee got busted up in a big way. It reminds me of a tweet I read like a month ago where a guy took a bad step at a baseball game and he like blew out both of his knees. The tweet said, this man just blew his ACL, MCL, DVD, and NBC. And that's how I feel about this clip right here. That ATM absolutely fucked his knee, I think. Now, I don't think it broke his leg because it seems like he was able to like kind of limp away, but that's no doubt just all of the adrenaline that kicked in to, you know, not get caught here. But yeah, I think that clip is by far the best one so far from these ATM heists. So yeah, I just wanted to share a few of these with you since the forklift one just happened last night, and that's really about it. So yeah. Police chasing vehicle in Pasadena. This is only 5 minutes. There's a 37-mile-per-hour chase.
That they are driving through.
This isn't even a chase.
This is a very dangerous
This is just two people going in the same direction on a commute home from work.
These officers are tracking this individual.
Oh, it's in live? Oh, I forgot there's a different section for this now.
Just on Altadena Drive.
A lot of tree coverage here. This is the wrong one again? How many police chases happened today? Holy fuck, look at the amount of police cars in this one. What is that wanted level?
On if they
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, and you look at those from going any farther.
LA's turned into GTA. Bro, these police chases are so common now.
Right in that area.
It is actually nuts. I wonder if it was always like that.
There he goes again.
Okay.
It looks like a male there driving, and he's picking up speed now. This is the quickest we've seen him since that standoff first.
That was the slowest acceleration of all time. What is that, 0 to 60 in 5 minutes?
Communicate with them. And
he's like, oh, well, I'm just gonna, I'll give it a try.
Looks like a male there driving, and he's picking up speed now. This is the quickest we've seen him since that standoff first started. And this is close to the 60. There's a deputy vehicle there holding off traffic.
You wonder if
what in tarnation?
Easy to set it up in this
now,
scenario.
This is a pursuit again, everybody. You're watching it live here on Fox 11.
This is. They have the whole department here. Wait, what? They have to be doing this for like farming ad revenue off YouTube. How? There's like 80 police officers here. They even come up to the window.
that they're done with this. The LA County Sheriff's Department is going. It looks
how does he get out of this?
Sort of device that looks like a spike strip.
They're staring at him.
The back vehicles, and there they go.
And then he stops again. Okay.
Cat and mouse continues. Mental stability, yes.
There's so many officers. They just he slowly just gets away.
And they won't give up. Still,
it's like the turtle in the hair, I guess.
Cell phone, something. There he goes again.
Okay.
It looks like a male there.
Bye bye.
He's picking up speed now. This is the quickest.
He's still at the speed limit.
That standoff first started.
This isn't high speed yet.
This is close to the 60. There's the deputy vehicle there. Hawks 11, unclear of the wall.
Bang! Threading the needle.
See? Right through there. And it's on. You can see a night sun there, so that obviously
Jesus Christ.
Helicopter there.
This is one of the goofier ones. They had this guy like kaput. Okay, there's no way he gets away again.
Stopping randomly in an intersection here.
Well, and it's
well, it looks like he does somehow get out.
In the back. We've seen situations where trunks have opened.
He's literally like filming a TikTok right now.
Be in the back of it, and they had on again. Here we go.
Okay.
Where does he just decide to slow down sometimes and then wait?
And let's see how much control this driver has.
And
I think the officers were just bored. They just wanted something to do.
Perimeter. There's the 60.
Like you can just keep going.
That's Wilcox Avenue there.
This is better than what we were doing at the office anyway.
This driver's. And so let's see what happens.
That was a weird one. So which one were you talking about? If that wasn't the one where the guy gets away.
The helicopter above is the
good move.
helicopter making the calls, keeping an eye on where this vehicle
now he's gonna ramp it off
of
a parked tow truck.
Vehicle, and they really believe
never
that
to be seen again.
The way these persons are driving, and you see what we're
Man, he is really
right
fucking
there.
pumping
Those
dick
were
down
stop
this
signs.
street.
It's
My
a
God.
Very residential area, high speeds.
What's happening to the sportscaster here? What was that? Indigestion?
Possible that vehicle is still under the
Oh, he actually did the classic movie stunt of going back to the overpass and trying to escape.
Surprisingly, Ventura doesn't look as
home or another place to get out of the vehicle.
Sorry for the spoiler.
Out of the vehicle, it's much safer if he can get out of the vehicle. Then they can at least take him into custody. Okay, now we're getting off at Lancashire Boulevard. This is in Universal City. This is on the other side. This is on the north side of the pass. But now he is heading. That looks like southbound on Lancashire. Yeah, there's a gas station right there. This is now in Studio City, Amy.
Should be Ventura Boulevard, and again,
that guy's using a turn signal. It's definitely not him.
Has Nevada plates. We don't know.
Oh, did he turn around? Oh my God, there's so many options.
There's going to be a lot of congestion in the area here, and as we've been talking, you know, a lot of the people.
This guy's driving like shit. It could be this guy.
They're off work, and this is certainly.
Wait, no, it is actually probably that guy.
Really busy. Surprisingly.
No, probably not this one. The other one.
As packed as it often is around lunchtime with the.
What happened? How did wait? What just happened in there? Like 4 black cars all came out of there, and they all looked like the same make and model of the car. Wait, what the fuck was that? Was this rehearsed? Did he call in reinforcements like, boys, I need five black Camrys parked under this overpass, stat. I need to blend in, like Assassin's Creed. Mirage alt. Charu. Okay, so that's definitely him. And then here, what are the odds? Look at this. So this is not him, but it's like the exact same car. Okay, interesting.
The north side of the pass, but now he is heading. That looks like southbound on Lancashire. Yeah, there's a gas station right there.
Another one.
This is now in Studio City, Amy.
Oh man.
Boulevard, and again, you were mentioning, Mark, that he
just got a crazy lucky break in there.
Nevada place. We don't know if this person is right now.
I really think it's this guy though.
Work and
the guy grinding the line there, debating on whether or not to make some crazy moves. I really think that was I think that was your boy.
As packed as it often.
LAPD units coming up off the
Damn, holy shit. Wait, he actually did just escape.
Is still under the overpass, but Sky 2 did.
It's not under the overpass, I'll tell you right now. Or under the overpass.
Dark-colored vehicles come out the other side of.
Oh yeah, he's definitely fucked. They got the plates, I'm sure. But this was what a stunt here to escape. Let me see.
They can at least take him into custody. Okay,
is there anything like identifiable here?
Boulevard. This is in Universal City.
And again,
it's definitely not him using that turn signal. 0% chance.
Nevada place. We don't.
It could be this guy. Well, no, actually, I don't think so. That doesn't seem to be a Honda.
Know if this person is familiar with the area, but there's going to be a lot of congestion in the area.
I just really think it's this guy because he comes out all like cattywampus. Like he comes out dazed.
work, and this.
Someone in chat had an interesting idea that might be true. He could have gone under here and then cranked a U-turn and then just came out this way, driving totally natural. Which I think is possible.
Certainly, this
is heading.
Let me see him going one more time.
Want him out. Hold this driver to closer, but this.
Yeah, so it's definitely got the silver trim.
Closer, but LAPD
So it wasn't that guy. I was wrong.
is doing that tactic where they're trying to get this.
should be Ventura Boulevard, and again.
No, it doesn't look like it has the silver trim.
This car has Nevada plates. We don't know if this person is familiar with the area, but there's going to be a lot of congestion in the area here.
He also had lighter rims. Oh, did he? I didn't even look for that.
A lot of people out right now.
Not this guy.
They're off work, and this is certainly
wow.
Surprisingly, Ventura doesn't.
Oh, wait! It's this guy. Wait, this is absolutely it. Wait, this is him. It was the third guy that came out. Yeah, it's definitely the third guy. This is the same car. Yeah, silver trim. And it even has the lighter stuff you mentioned. No blue on the plate? Did it have blue on the plate going into it? Fuck. Oh my god, what the fuck? Jesus. How many cars... How many of these Hondas were under that under the overpass? Jesus. Yeah, you're right. That's not the same guy. It doesn't have the blue on the plate. How the fuck is that possible? Yeah, man went under there and hit the shadow clone jutsu. Wow.
So many of
I do think what probably did happen is he went under here, did that U-turn, and then came out, like, driving natural. And that would also explain why this car comes out, like, all fucked up. Because he maybe, like, swerved to get out of the other guy's way, so now he's all, like, discombobulated. So, like, right here, he's probably in here with that U-turn now going this way, and he just poops out that way.
They were able to get out of their black car and get into a white Jeep. Right now, we don't know if that driver had someone working with them and picked them up, or if this was a carjacking. We are still waiting on word from officers exactly how the person who was leading them on a pursuit was able to.
That is so fucking big brain. 100% what must have happened is he made a call while on the interstate. So he kind of phoned it in on the interstate and was like, okay, look, I'm going to need you to meet me under the overpass at this spot. I'm coming in hot. Like, this is actually some shit out of the Italian Job movie. Or I guess it's possible that he ditched the car and then stole another one GTA style. Either one is likely. Assuming this is accurate. Though I don't know why they'd lie about him ditching the car. Though I guess what... Here's another one. I'm throwing out all possible options. What could have happened is since none of the ground units saw that happen, I'm imagining they're relying on witness testimonies from, like, pedestrians in the area. Maybe one of them was in on it and they're like, oh, yeah, that guy in that black car that was driving recklessly? Oh, yeah. He got out into a clown car. A purple clown car. Oh, and they went southbound. Like, it could have just been a lie from the start. Damn, this is actually a pretty wild one. This has so many, like, possible explanations. This was 7 hours ago. Did they ever catch him? I'm imagining not. I'm assuming the car was stolen, so the plates are kind of worthless, would be my guess. Go look for the Jeep in the original stream. Okay, let's see.
All right.
There's this. I don't think this is a white Jeep pulling in, though. This is coming out. And I don't even think that's a Jeep. Is that a Jeep? I can't tell. It's fucking blurry. It's just like every goddamn car design is like exactly the same nowadays. They're all so uniform. It's so hard to distinguish different makes and models now. That could be fucking anything. That could be a Kia. Like, I mean, that could be literally anything. They hopped in the invisible boatmobile. That would be huge. Can you fucking imagine? They go into the underpass and on the outside is the paddy wagon. Oh man, that'd be a hype chase. They'd probably just like give up on the pursuit right then and there. I feel like he saw his chance and took it. Yeah, he must have. I think what's very possible is like he pulled in the underpass, ditched the car, and then stole another car. Because there was two of them. Like they probably just like fucking rushed another car and took it. Like I don't think they would have been able to plan it that quickly. Like, that would be crazy if they somehow planned it that far in advance. He also had a gun. Yeah, plus he had a gun. He absolutely could have just rushed a car and stolen it. There'd be a lot more commotion. There'd be a lot more commotion if he stole one. Oh, true, yeah. Then the fucking victim of the carjacking would have absolutely just reported it to the police that were not too far behind. That's a really good point. Unless he was just like, oh man, my car got stolen. I guess I'll just walk home. I saw a body cam video today that had such a weird story to it that I just found myself on the edge of my seat. And it's not because it was some kind of high-octane pursuit or anything. It wasn't like Dukes of Hazzard style or, you know, them chasing someone who's ramping their car off of a parked tow truck as, like, rockets fly out of the top or anything. It wasn't exactly a spectacle. In fact, on paper, it's probably one of the most boring things you could imagine for a body cam video. They pull over a man on his bike because he didn't have a rear reflector. Like, that's not exactly like, you know, jaw on the floor, like biting at your fingernails type action or anything. That's about as exciting as trying to arrest someone for forgetting their library card, right? But this was just the first domino to fall that led to a crazy story that ultimately concludes with everyone learning that the guy on the bike is actually a fugitive who's been on the run for almost 30 years, a convicted rapist who escaped and fell off the grid, and now they've found him because of his bike not having a rear reflector.
You gotta have a rear reflector on your bike, my man, if you're gonna ride on the roadway. So, what's up?
Oh, okay.
So, and then if you're gonna ride at night, you need a front light. I'm sure you know that, but you got an ID on you real quick just so I can say I stopped to talk with you?
With me.
Okay. Can I get your,
Greg Stallings.
Greg Stallings is your name?
Gregory.
Okay.
Introducing the man formerly known as Gregory Stallings. We'll soon learn that this is just an alias, an Xbox Live gamer tag. Now, it's not hard to fake a name, anyone can do that. I could go around calling myself Jerichomo Double Chin, but I don't have an ID to prove it, though, if you're, like, confident enough with what you're saying, a lot of people will just believe you. So, he'd been able to get by going by Gregory Stallings, and even had a social security number to give the officer.
I think I wrote something down wrong. What's your full social? Perfect. Yep, hang tight for me. Gregory, I'm still not getting that back. Are you sure that's right?
I'm pretty sure. I've been a long time since I had to look.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the social didn't turn up anything either. It's very easy to make up numbers. You can make up a social as well just by spouting some random fucking numbers. However, you'll soon learn that he's not just making up information. It's actually much deeper than that.
If you're riding your bike and someone rear ends you,
Oh, yeah.
and then they can kind of
They
point the
didn't
blame
see no
because the
sticker.
reflector.
Yeah.
And I hate that because it's like, no, it's
I understand that.
copy. Can we try a soc? And I'm also with our traffic unit, so I do all our accident investigations.
Okay.
So whenever bikes are involved, it almost always is way worse than.
Yes, it usually hits you from behind.
Yep.
Now, when I first saw the headlines of this story, I wondered, how common is it for officers to even bother pulling over someone on a bike for something as simple as this? To me, that just sounded like fishing for an arrest to meet like a quota or something where you get like a nice gold star for an additional arrest on something small. Because it sounds very simple, right? It just sounds like something they wouldn't even take the time out of their day to do. It'd be like if the cops started chasing you down and fucking pit maneuvered you on the way to the grocery store, guns blazing, get the fuck out of the car! We saw that you put the Hatsune Miku box in the garbage instead of the recycling! You're out of line! You know, just something like really simple. But when the officer explains it, it makes a lot more sense. So he explains that he doesn't arrest people for this, he just pulls them aside, lets them know, like, hey, you should have the rear reflector on because if a car hits you, they could point the blame on you for not having it. It's just safer if you do have it. And he just explains that it's really just him letting them know and nothing beyond that. But he still has to go through standard protocol of confirming that the person is who they say they are, which I think makes total sense.
But I haven't had a driver's license in years. I haven't.
Copy. Can you try running him through Florida? How long have you been living up here then? Just think of this, what state. I can get you through any state even if it's really old, so I know it's been a while. Just
Yeah,
try to
long
think.
time.
Yeah, try to think for me.
Sorry, I can't help you, dude. I'm sorry.
Where else have you lived? Have you ever had any other run-ins with any law enforcement for us? No?
They've reached a standstill here, so he has no identification, and the information he's providing isn't turning up any results. They then try and run him through Florida, because he had made a mention of Florida. I feel like you could also run anyone by Florida, and you'll find something fucking crazy. You'll probably find, like, Gregory Stallings was actually, like, a Florida conquistador who drank from the fountain of youth and now currently resides at Clearwater, right next to the Scientology church or something. Like, I thought once he said Florida, his goose was cooked, they'd find something, but they didn't. So now they're still just trying to figure out, okay, how can we confirm that you are who you say you are? And it's not really getting anywhere. He also then told them a story about how he got hit by a car, so his memory's a little foggy.
I'm just going to take your word for it, okay?
Okay, thank
All right.
you.
Yep.
Cool.
I don't shake hands, sorry.
Okay.
Yep, you're good. Drive safe.
The officer eventually just says, you know what, fuck it, we'll take you at your word for it, and he offers a handshake, which is immediately declined. I honestly, when he said I don't shake hands, I honestly thought the officer might go with like a, but I do high five, and he goes like, down low, too slow, walks away, puts on his fucking shades or something. So, even though Gregory Stallings has successfully de-aggroed the cop here, he's now outside of the dialogue trees, the officer still wants to get to the bottom of this because it is very odd that none of the information he provided turned up any results.
So what we're going to do for now while I keep investigating this is I'm going to take a picture of you and send it to our guy who has facial rec. So you pull your hat off and your glasses off. So, and both the socials you gave me come back to other people. One of them's deceased, the other one's a lady, so I don't think either of those are you.
No.
We have technology, so he's using facial recognition now to try and figure out who this John Doe is. So he takes a picture of him, gets him to pose like it's for some kind of fucking high school yearbook photo, sends it to the facial rec team, and then he's also informing the man that actually the information he provided with the socials goes to different people. One of them's dead and the other one is a woman. So now things are getting even more suspicious. He does keep reiterating that he doesn't want to arrest this guy, but he just needs to confirm his identity, so just do his best to remember the accurate information so they can both get on with their day.
You don't think you got warrants or anything, do you?
As far as I know, I don't.
Okay. Well, have you committed any crimes? Well, besides...
No.
Yeah?
No. I'm not out trying to outrun the cops on my bike.
Okay. All right, brother. Time to be honest with me, okay? So, the info you give me comes back to a dead guy. Gregory Stallings is dead.
And the Soch, right?
And the Soch, yeah.
That he gave?
Yeah. So who are you? You're Gregory, you're just not dead?
I'm not dead.
Yeah?
Dead.
They're getting pretty confident that something smells fishy here. There's something awry, so they confront him saying, look, Gregory Stallings is dead. Imagine if that guy was just in like, dead? He just starts profusely crying, no! How did this happen? And then all of a sudden he just starts like fading away like a Thanos snap or something. He was actually just like a spirit that was tethered to this world, didn't know that he died. But anyway, regardless, they're telling him like, look, this is fucked up now. We know that there's something definitely afoot. What's going on? Just tell us the real information here. But he's sticking to his guns, saying that, no, he is Gregory Stallings, and it might just be a misunderstanding because he's been kind of off the grid for so long.
Could it just because I haven't been on anything for a long, long time?
They don't just declare people deceased because they haven't heard from them in a little bit.
Okay, I'm just...
Did anyone come back with the facial rec or nobody?
No, no hits.
No hits?
No hits.
I said 2000 was the year of the death. Did you go missing in that year? Did you...
Someone report you missing and then they just declare you...
I don't talk to my people in a long, 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 long time.
Not even Big Brother was able to nail him. Facial recognition came up nothing, empty-handed. So they're back in the field with nothing but their words to fight this battle and figure out who the fuck is this mystery man here. They then start speculating maybe it's a big misunderstanding and he perhaps went missing in the year 2000 when Gregory Stallings was pronounced deceased. Like maybe this is a fucking Hey Arnold Dino Spumoni moment where he faked his own death and he's still just out here. So they ask him, did you go missing? And he's like, well, no, I haven't talked to anyone in a really long time.
During the officer's phone call, he turns off his body cam and it cuts back into them somehow discovering the fact that he is a convicted rapist on the run for the last 30 years.
I get it, brother. I mean, I see most of it, and I understand it. Yo, none of us are mad at you. I'm just baffled that law enforcement has let you go for 30 years and not push the issue.
They cut out the part where they discover the truth. Like, that is literally removing the climax of this whole situation. It'd be like watching a Sherlock Holmes film and they take out the part where they piece everything together to get the conclusion. That's so fucking stupid. What? So apparently, they somehow were able to figure out that this guy is not Gregory Stallings. Instead, he's this convicted rapist from the 80s who escaped in 1995 and has been on the run ever since. That's like a crazy amount of like breadcrumbs to put together, and they don't tell you exactly how that came about. That's fucked up. Like, I've said this for a long time. I think it is so fucking dumb that officers can willy-nilly turn on and off their body cam whenever they want. That, to me, defeats, like, the whole purpose of the body cam if you can just turn it off at will. You read about that all the time in cases of, like, really fucking awful situations, and then mysteriously the body cam was turned off, or the body cam just happened to be turned off at that point. Like, it's so dumb. There should be protocol in place to prevent that from happening.
But then eventually VC showed up. VC said, hey man, cut the shit. Tell us your real name. He just told him his real name. I did that like 6 times.
This is the only information I could find about how they got to the bottom of it. So VC showed up, just said, cut the shit, and the guy just forked over all the information, I guess. Just vomited out all the truth. So maybe it wasn't like a really elaborate investigation that led to them discovering this. I think it was just this guy showed up looking all hard-boiled and shit and just pressed him saying, like, we know you're lying, just tell us your real name and everything. And then the guy did.
Can you go to the vape shop, buy me a pack for $4.52?
I am really inclined to do that because you were honest with us. So what kind do you want?
The Crown Menthol 100.
I'm not going to remember that. Crown Menthol 100.
Yeah, just keep it, ask them for the cheapest menthol they got. Book matches, too. I don't even have a light. Thank you.
That's old.
I do need a cigarette.
You have a light, though?
No. That's why I'm telling you to give me a book of matches.
Okay, all right. Just making sure.
Matches, too. Book of matches.
They're acting like best pals now. He even sends the officer grocery shopping for him to get cigarettes. I don't understand. He's like, yeah, you know what, I'm inclined to do that because you were honest with us. So he's rewarding him with like a fucking lollipop here, giving him the cigarettes. Maybe that was the deal they made, like, hey, look, pal, we know you're lying, and I'll go get you some cigarettes if you just tell us your real information. He's like, all right, bet, and then did so. It's also so weird how friendly they're being with this guy. They even in sync said book of matches together like some shit out of a buddy cop movie. But he's a convicted rapist. I've seen so many body cam videos where they're being unreasonably aggressive to people that are being cooperative and not rapists. Like, people that are, you know, getting busted on, like, super simple drug charges or something. They're like, you're the scum of the fucking earth. Listen, pal, you're lucky I don't run your fucking head on the pavement right now and curb stomp the shit out of you. And meanwhile, this guy, who's a rapist who escaped from a halfway house 30 years ago, they're like, yes, you want those cigarettes? Yeah, we can do that for you. But anyway, looking deeper into the George Hartleroad case, that's this guy's real name. He is not Greg Stallings. Huge twist. He is George Hartleroad. And he was convicted of rape in 1983. And in 1994, he escaped from a halfway house, and he's been on the run ever since.
They're going to, oh, we got him again. Oh, we caught him.
You're not everything. Everything you said today has been 100% correct. I can't be mad about any of it because you've been 100% correct. Other than the name, other than the dead guy's name.
I didn't even know the guy was dead.
Yeah, now you gotta find someone else. Yeah, he died like 5 years later. He did not last very long.
He did.
So you better find someone else.
Well, that'd be easy. Don't worry.
That'd be easy.
There was a brief moment during this where they weren't sure if they were supposed to arrest him, like if the state would still want him after all of this time. And eventually they concluded that, yeah, the state does still want him. And then they explained that he's going to need to take someone else's identity because the one he was using's been dead for so long. I think they were just joking about that. I don't think they're actually giving him, like, pro tips or anything on how to take someone else's identity. But he says it's easy to do that. So Greg Stallings was a real person. And apparently, George Hartleroad is pretty familiar with how to get that kind of information. Apparently, you can just get that at some homeless shelters. The other officer mentions that he was surprised he didn't just take it from someone's mailbox and piece it together that way. But then George explains that that'd be deeper shit because that's a much harder thing to do, or a more dangerous thing to do. So it turns out he wasn't just pulling names and numbers out of his asshole, he actually did have that information, which probably explains how he'd been able to get by for the last 30 years when needing to provide information for certain things. So it wasn't just an imaginary friend that he made up.
I will jump again as soon as they turn me loose.
You know, every time...
No, guys, they've been pumping my ass for 30, 41 years now.
Yeah.
On a 9-year sentence.
Every time I think I kind of got an idea of what's going on, stuff like this, just like you could buy IDs at homeless shelters, and would never have thought.
He talks about his ass being pumped, and then even makes like a quick villain monologue about how he will jump again. Like, you know, now he's going full mask off here. So they've got him, they arrested him, and it looks like he will be facing some punishment for the last 30 or so years after escaping.
I knew they'd want me. Well, I worked in their office at one time, and I'm the one that posted all the flyers in the thing at one time for them.
That's pretty much the end of the encounter. They then, shortly after that, put him into the car, and he just gives that last maniacal laughter, the mwahaha. He hits him with, like, that classic villain laugh. Like, he looks like a wizard, and it seems like something Saruman would have done once the plan started coming together. Like, he actually hits them with, like, an evil laugh at the very end there. So yeah, I saw this earlier today and just wanted to talk about it because it was just so interesting to me. That's really about it. So yeah. I recently watched a video from a channel called Compilation, which put together this beautiful piece on one of the most interesting criminals I've ever heard of. It just seems like something more out of a cartoon than reality, like the real world Dirty Dan here. I'll quickly hit you with a 30-second Shark Tank pitch to get you interested and tell you why you should care. Basically, an army veteran uses his skills to target McDonald's locations for robbery, and his specialty was busting in through the rooftop. So he would bring tools, cut through the roof, and drop in like an angel on the employees. And he had the manners of an angel too. He'd let them get their coats, they all said that he was really nice, and asked them to just wait in like the ice locker, the freezer, and he'd rob them and leave. And he did this for quite some time before being apprehended. Spoilers, he gets caught. But he doesn't spend too long in jail because he hatched a galaxy brain scheme to break out, which he executed flawlessly, becoming the first prisoner at that facility to ever break out successfully. And he turns back to a life of crime, but no longer going to the Ronald McDonald Playhouse of Pain. Instead, he transitions to living in a Toys R Us and gradually stealing their toys. So what he does is he lives at a Toys R Us by living behind a bike rack. He carves out his own little like hidden man cave in the walls. I won't spoil how it all ends or anything like that, but I just wanted to get like the cliff notes out here because I just find it so wild. I'll put a link to the original video in the description, of course, so you can watch the entire thing, but I'll show you some clips from when we watched it. Alright, let's start with, let's see Roofman. This sounds kind of interesting. I do love criminals that hide in attics and shit.
Nigel and Luke here, and welcome to Crime Zone. Unbeknownst
Quick question, is there still a massive breakfast rush for McDonald's? I remember when I was a kid that was the shit, but I feel like McDonald's has just such steep competition these days for the breakfast slot. Do we have any other, like big McDonald's breakfast enthusiasts here? Because near me it's kind of just like, no one cares anymore. Overwhelmingly yes. Wow. I just think the McDonald's breakfast has really fallen off. It's like Netflix stock, but for food.
Once he had the cash, the masked robber walked all of the employees into the cooler where they were locked inside.
It seems kind of nice.
They were asked if they wanted to grab their coats to stay warm while they waited for help to arrive. After
they have a police sketch and it's just a Hamburglar.
Fled. While the employees didn't know it at the time.
I saw a video of 2 women stealing everyone's food inside a restaurant. Don't remember where, though. Probably McDonald's. Actually, I take that back. Probably Waffle House. Waffle House is a restaurant you go to and you're just looking for fights. And maybe, like, a waffle or two. I think it's a Prime Sun City. So this is basically the only fast food specialized robber is what I'm getting.
While little is known about why Jeffrey Allen Manchester chose to turn to a life of crime, What we do
Well,
know
the better question is why
that
turn to a
before he
life of
became the
crime for
notorious
fast
robber
food?
known as Roofman, he lived what appeared to be a normal life, to put his military training to a different kind of use. In November of 1998...
Do you really need military training to rob a McDonald's? I feel like you could just go in and be like, I just want the money in the register, and like, make like a finger gun in your jacket and be like, yeah, just take it. Like, I don't think you really needed all like the special ops training just to become like a fucking Filet-O-Fish fondler. Felon. Damn, that would have been better instead of fucking fondler. It doesn't even make sense. But man, this guy, those McDonald's employees, they didn't know who they were fucking with when he busted through their ceiling. One second they're just serving up a quarter pounder, next second they got goddamn Jason Bourne coming through the top turnbuckle. That's
While
cute.
the bulk of Manchester's robberies were committed in California, he would eventually hit McDonald's locations in Nevada, Oregon, Minnesota, Massachusetts, Maryland, Virginia, and both of the Carolinas, making off with an estimated $100,000. Manchester would use tools to cut a hole in the roof of the location, dropping down anywhere from 10 to 15 feet.
So what? I still am super confused on why the roof. What tactical advantage does he get from busting in right here behind the counter as opposed to just rushing through here and jumping over the counter? Just like the element of surprise? No alarm? I guess, but there's still employees there either way, right? Because like they said, he was always really nice to the employees and telling them to get to the back and shit, so there's still people there. So at that point, the alarm's kind of worthless, wouldn't you think?
When they caught up to him a short time later, he was still carrying his rifle, as well as a nylon bag containing drills, pry tools, hammers, and all of the cash he had stolen from the 2 McDonald's locations. True to his reputation, Manchester didn't put up a fight when cornered by officers, instead telling them, quote, "You guys did a really good job today." With Manchester's arrest came a flurry of news articles announcing he was ultimately sentenced to 45 years in prison on charges ranging from robbery with a dangerous weapon to kidnapping. Little did anyone know that his story was far from over.
Really? He busted a hole out of the prison
Following
cell?
his conviction at the end of 2000,
Went out the
Jeffrey
roof?
Manchester was sent on the afternoon of June 15th, 2004.
Now the roof
Jeffrey
man can be
Manchester
anywhere.
put his plan into action and escaped from the Brown Creek Correctional Institution, making him the first person to do so in the facility's 11-year history.
Hey, that's pretty
Once
good.
again,
well, 11 years
the
isn't
Roofman
super long.
was
That's still
free.
good.
It was here, at an unassuming retail plaza, that he would set up a living space that would baffle and amuse both the public and law enforcement
oh my god, he
officials
opened his
for
own
years to
McDonald's.
come.
A
For his new
franchise owner.
home, the Roofman chose a Toys R Us store located in a complex called the Triangle Shopping Center, just off of Monroe Road. He raced remote control cars on the roof in the middle of the night, rode bikes around the store for exercise, and managed to get most of the nourishment that he needed by stealing and eating baby food.
Toys R
funny-
Us had all kinds of snacks. He didn't need baby food. I remember back in the heyday at Toys R Us, you could get like fucking pounds of Doritos and shit. My man's over there just eating like meat sticks and apple mush when he could have been feasting on Doritos and Oreos. This man just said, fuck it, I want the Gerbers. Thanks for some Dreadnought in the prime elbow. This actually seems like something out of Codename Kids Next Door. Like one of the villains infiltrates a toy store that the kids are shopping at in order to torment them and scare them at night. Man's actually the boogeyman at the Jeffrey's Play Palace here. I have looked literally everywhere in the world for a single picture of this man's laboratory here. You know, Dexter's lab kind of shit. Because the way it's described in the video and the way it's described by the authorities, it sounds fucking incredible. He had baby monitor surveillance spy systems set up across the store to keep eyes on everyone, all the workers and all the customers and everything. He had so many toys and shit and a really elaborate setup with running water all in his like secret man cave in the Toys R Us walls. I want so badly to know what that actually looked like. I can't imagine a world where they didn't take pictures of it. They'd have to, right? Like, it's evidence. So surely those pictures exist somewhere, and I am begging any authorities that were involved in this case to just release the photo evidence. Let us see it. Let us just take a gander. I have to know what his little secret lair looked like here in this Toys R Us, because it must have been so fucking cool. Or maybe it's overhyped and it was actually just like a really small like coffin of a couple of toys that he'd stay at. Who knows? But it just sounds so impressive and I would love to know what it looks like, but unfortunately I can't find a single picture of it anywhere. I can't even find like a single like artistic interpretation of it from anyone from the scene. Nothing. But I know those pictures have to have existed. So I hope someday they surface.
And when the holiday season rolled around, no one donated more to the congregation's toy drive than he did. Of course, these toys were actually all stolen from the store where the roof man was hiding
who's
out.
gonna miss the toys though, huh?
It was during this time that he realized he could tunnel directly through the store's wall into the adjacent unit, which just so happened to be an abandoned Circuit City. This time,
maybe this guy's responsible for Toys R Us and Circuit City going under. After they found out that this man was living in their walls for... It's been almost a year, I think, now. They just got so fucking paranoid that the business started sinking. God damn. What a cool setup, though. That is like the most early 2000s shit imaginable. Like, that is your early 2000s shopping starting kit. Toys R Us, Circuit City, and Radio Shack. The only thing he's missing is a Blockbuster. Then he tunnels underground and goes right to Blockbuster or some shit.
He also added more baby monitors to add to his makeshift surveillance system, and even installed a smoke detector and piped in water from the Toys R Us next door.
Wait, how would nobody ever hear that? He piped in his own water line? How would he be able to successfully do that? It's not like, it's not the hardest thing in the world to do that, I guess, if you tee off of an already existing line, but still, I feel like you'd absolutely hear that, because you have to like drill into the walls and shit, and you have to tee off that pipe. That's kind of crazy. Yeah, I mean, I guess just doing it like in the dead of night without anyone being around, you'd probably never notice.
In order to continue to travel between the Toys R Us and the Circuit City as he pleased, Manchester left the tunnel between the two units intact.
I bet so many kids saw him behind the bike rack and just got scared and didn't say anything.
In with the walls on both sides. On December 26th, he decided it was time to pull off the big robbery that he had been planning. Unfortunately for the roof man, when he tried to pull off the crime, things did not go according to plan. Similar to the 2000 robbery in Belmont, when he held up the Toys R Us, employees were able to contact police sooner than he anticipated. Manchester responded by punching her, stealing her gun, and running away.
That's aggressive.
Amazingly,
he used to be so
though
nice.
The roof man seemed cornered, he managed to escape through his trapdoors undetected. It's unclear whether or not he returned to the hideout within the Circuit City, identified him as the man who had been going by the name John Zorin, and were shocked to discover who he really was. In a bid to cover his tracks, Manchester burned down a dentist office where he had gotten his teeth fixed while on the run.
How does that...
worried that police would be able to find his dental records there.
Okay.
This had the opposite effect of what he intended.
Prison really changed
and only made investigators more suspicious. Manchester showed up, believing he would be able to see his girlfriend one last time before continuing his life on the run. He arrived with flowers, but was arrested by waiting officers before he could make it inside the apartment. Manchester is currently incarcerated at the Central Prison in Raleigh, where his projected release date is December 4th, 2036. Do you know of any other cases like this that you think we should check out?
What a cool story.
Tell us about them in the comment section below. Thank you for watching.
That prison is 5 minutes from my house. Bro, you might want to move just in case the roof man gets out. He'll start living in your walls. Sleep in fear, man. Sleep in fear. I don't know if it's movies or Grand Theft Auto 5 that's rotted my brain, but when I think of bank robberies, I always picture some absolutely massive event that's thoroughly planned and it's a huge deal. Like when I hear, oh, a bank got robbed, I'm expecting the follow-up sentence to be, and then Spider-Man stopped the robbers. I've just always imagined bank robberies like it's straight out of a cartoon, you know, high-tech security, damn near impossible to pull off successfully. You know, you see like an Ocean's 11 movie, you're like, wow, no one's ever going to be able to actually rob a bank like this, huh? They've just always made it sound so fucking wild, saying things like, alright, we're going to need a 20-person team in order to pull this one off successfully, boys. The target is a 15-inch thick steel titanium concrete vault door that's protected by a retina scanner and biological deposit box for fingernail clippings, and it'll only accept it from the head honcho of the bank. You also have to sing the fast part to Eminem's Rap God, and if you fuck up a single lyric, the alarm sounds and the FBI is swarming within 30 seconds. It's also protected by a moat with 45 crocodiles inside and 24/7 security, and they're all ex-Navy SEALs. We're gonna have to be in and out within 5 seconds. The job is simple. You know, like, in my tiny reptile brain hears all this and I'm like, wow. Well, no one's ever going to be able to actually rob a bank, huh? For some reason, I've just been under the assumption that banks in the real world have similar security protocol. Obviously, not with like all the sci-fi security protocols like infrared laser beams everywhere that you have to dodge. I've just been under the assumption that they're highly protected and robbing them is still extremely difficult. But in reality, that's just not the case. Bank robberies happen all the time and they are nothing like they are in the movies. I want to show you a recent bank robbery that happened in Orlando. This is about a week old. You have to see this to believe it. Yeah, that's right. Your eyes aren't playing tricks on you. The alleged bank robber is Mr. Incredible himself. This dude threw on the Incredibles t-shirt, popped on the shades, and said, "It's showtime." And this was a successful robbery, by the way. I'll explain his method in just a moment, but here's the security camera footage showcasing the culprit. And he got away with it for now. He wasn't caught. He's still at large. So if you do recognize that man, make sure to call that Crime Stoppers hotline. Now you're probably scratching your head wondering to yourself, where was the robbery? Charles, you forgot to show the climax. You didn't show where he actually robbed them. But you're wrong. You just witnessed the robbery. That was the entire operation. The extent of his plan was to go into the bank and ask for the money. So he demanded money from the teller and they gave it to him and he walked out. That's how that bank robbery went. He didn't flash any weapons. I haven't read any reports about him making threatening remarks or anything like that. They just explained that he demanded money from the teller, which he received, and then fled the scene. Now, the use of the word demanding in the reports leaves a lot of wiggle room for what could have been said or done from the guy to get the money. You know, maybe he went in there and was threatening the employees or seemed to just be like this menace. Maybe he treated it like a Call of Duty Xbox Live lobby and got real loud, vocal, screaming, this and that. And I have always said it's never worth risking your life for the business you work at, you know? If someone comes in there and they're saying, you know, empty the register, you're gonna get it, bub, it's best just to comply. What's the point in risking life and limb for the business you work at? It's simply not worth it, plus insurance covers all of it for the business anyway, so it's just, you really shouldn't be, like, willing to die for your job, I would say. So I have no ill will towards the teller here who did give this guy the money. I just find it super interesting that this is the technique that was used for a successful bank robbery. Just going up and asking for the money. It doesn't seem like he did anything beyond that. His plan was as simple as it gets. Can I have some more of that cash? In fact, I'm not asking. Give me more of that cash. And they did. So I decided to look into it a bit. And it turns out all bank tellers are instructed to always follow the thief's instructions no matter the case, whether a weapon is produced or not. If there is a thief there demanding money, it is the bank teller's responsibility to follow it. They're instructed to follow along no matter what because their safety is of paramount importance. So that caught me by surprise because I wasn't sure. I knew bank tellers always had to go along with like someone who shows a weapon or something. Like they're not going to try and, you know, make a holdout and challenge them to a fist fight in order to disarm them or anything. I just thought like they had to produce like a weapon or some kind of threat or like reasonable showcase that they're going to cause a problem. I didn't realize that if they even just hinted at wanting to rob them, that they had to follow along. So that was a little surprising to me, but it makes complete sense and I completely agree with that ruling as well. However, I still think this guy's planning is lackluster, to say the least. He didn't even make an attempt to conceal his face. The closest thing he has to a disguise is just some sunglasses he picked up at the gas station, probably on the way to the bank. Now, I don't want to undersell the importance of his wardrobe pick for the day. I think the Incredibles shirt really sealed the deal. There's a good chance this crashes and burns if he's wearing just like a normal Abercrombie & Fitch shirt or something, but he threw on the Incredibles shirt. That right there adds like a +10 to intimidation. They didn't know who they were fucking with and they weren't taking any chances. So he got away with it for now. He's managed to elude authorities as I understand it. So overall, just like a really goofy, wild story that I happened to stumble across today and just wanted to share with all of you. This is not at all how I imagined bank robberies going in the real world. I very rarely have ever read about any in the real world, aside from like the big ones where there's getaway cars, like massive police chases, shootouts. You know, I haven't heard of any like this, so I just found it to be pretty interesting. That's about it. So yeah. Every time you see a robbery in a movie or something, it's always super impressive. They'll have like these incredibly well laid out plans, full-blown Ocean's 11 type shit where they'll have like a getaway driver, 15 aerospace engineers on standby just in case they need them. They'll have like Jimmy Neutron in the lab cook up some crazy device to break into the big vault for millions of dollars, and it just always seems like, damn, you have to be a galaxy brain, 10-digit IQ mastermind in order to be a professional criminal. But then when you watch like a heist or a robbery in the real world, it's nothing like the movies most of the time. The plans are laid out in crayon 3 seconds before executing them. They're not looking at building blueprints. They turn their brain off and just go fucking wacky. They get insano style. So like they'll just run in there, like grab like 5 things and then just like shuffle out the door, and that's the extent of it, and then they get caught 5 minutes later. And today I saw a robbery that I think is probably one of the worst ones ever recorded. It is just, I feel bad for the guy. Like watching him rob it is agonizing because it's so incredibly slow. This dude robbed a Little Caesars in like -5 times speed. I felt like I was watching an NFL replay while watching this man try and rob the cash register. They filmed him for over 1 minute and 30 seconds. He just sat there trying to rob them. At first glance, I thought this was Pay Money Wubby robbing the place, and I thought to myself, God damn, he is really doing everything he can to get to the bottom of his turd kebab mystery. But then I realized that this is just like a generic default character in GTA Online. This was just like a preset. This guy is coming in here not even trying to disguise himself. Like, he didn't even bother to cover his face. He put on sunglasses, but they're too loose and they keep falling off. It's a disaster. It's like robbery ASMR. He's not talking, the employees are just kind of making fun of him. It's just like they're roasting him. It's just no one's taking him seriously. It's so unbelievably goofy. And the thought process here to rob a Little Caesars, bro, the pizzas are $5. How much money do you possibly think you can get from the cash register? He was better off just taking the whole register and trying to sell that. He would have made more money that way. He's going through this whole song and dance prying open the cash register, but he probably would have made more money just standing outside making balloon animals for people that came into the Little Caesars. He would have got more in tips than he did out of this register. It is $5 pizzas. I don't know what he was expecting. He hasn't exactly hit fucking Fort Knox here. It's Little Caesars. $5 pies. Like, I think he maybe got $20. Maybe. I absolutely love that response from the employees. No, I just work here. Like, I'm not gonna risk my life. I'm not gonna beat this man's ass and risk, you know, getting myself in trouble for the sake of saving $60 for Little Caesars. I don't care that much. I'm not paid to be like a fucking Little Caesars gladiator and fight for Little Caesars honor. You know, that's the right way of handling things. Just the employees like, hey, all right, you're robbing it? Okay, I'm not gonna stop you. I'll just call the police, which they do. And then they just sit here and record all of it for evidence. And this man just keeps flashing the camera with his whole goddamn face. They did the absolute perfect thing here in this situation.
Take that whole shit. Let me get something. Yo, this nigga really just sitting here, bro. Yo, that's all you gonna take? Don't touch me. Don't touch nothing. Don't touch nothing, bro. Don't touch nothing. No fingerprints on. Yes. Yes.
This is where it gets so good. So this guy with all 3 brain cells and every neuron in that goddamn barren wasteland of a head starts firing, and he's like, oh my god, I left my fingerprints at the scene. I know what happens next. I've watched CSI Miami. So he goes back in and tries to wipe down the register, as if the fingerprints are the main concern here, even though he's flashed his whole face with no sunglasses to the camera like 8 times by now. And he's doing all of this in the slowest speed imaginable. He's entered cruise control. It's like there's so much evidence here, and the one thing he's concerned about is fingerprints. So he goes in and tries to clean the scene. Very thorough job too. But greed gets the best of him. He became gluttonous. So he goes in for more money, leaving more prints. Yeah, so he grabbed an extra like $3 there and then tried to wipe down those extra prints, but kept missing the areas that his greasy paws were touching, and then just skedaddles in the slowest getaway of all time, just barely walking. He would have been faster if he crawled away. Like, Jesus Christ. All in all, I can't imagine he got more than 20 bucks. The guy in the video said 60, but I don't believe that. There's no way he pulled $60 out of that fucking register. All in all, he spent like a minute and a half emptying a register, struggling the entire way, looking super stupid just to walk away with less money than the register costs for repairs, and risking jail time. If he had spent this long just collecting quarters from a wishing well, he would have made more money.
That's all you gonna take? No, bro, you don't work here, bro. Don't get into nothing, bro. They ain't
don't touch nothing. Yo, the store is shut down. The store is shut down, bro.
I've never seen a robbery where at the end of it everyone's laughing at the robber. Like, what? How shameful. How truly awful. The most miserable and slowest robbery ever recorded here. It's like a PSA. You know those like over-the-top PSAs where it's like, you don't want to smoke a cigarette because you'll explode. And they just have like these crazy exaggerated cigarette smoking things. That's what happened here with this robbery. This is how, watch out kids, you don't want to rob. Look at how hard it is. And he's like fucking struggling with it for 2 minutes. Oh my god. There's no follow-up. I don't know if he got arrested. There probably won't be a follow-up since it's like a petty crime, but I'm sure he didn't get away for long. He was probably arrested in the parking lot because he probably just sat there. I don't even think he even bothered to like get away. But you can also see that the customer that had come in while the guy was still robbing them was really contemplating if it was worth beating this guy's ass. He could have easily snapped him in half, I think, and then he even like, you know, wandered out the door a bit to contemplate further, but the employees are like, bro, it's really not worth it. And it wasn't, you know, he didn't need to beat his ass. This was far more embarrassing than any ass beating could have been. So hopefully that customer also did get like some pizza or something, and they all just laughed about it. What a remarkably embarrassing robbery, and I just wanted to share this today because it put a smile on my face. So yeah, that's about it. So yeah. You're about to see a robbery that's extremely nostalgic. It's a brand new robbery, but it elicits a feeling of nostalgia. It reminds me of the first Fast and Furious movie where they were stealing DVD players. These gentlemen are attempting to steal this TV off the wall, which I find super odd because no one really steals TVs anymore. They're very hard to move, they're less expensive than something smaller like an iPhone, and just really don't see a lot of TVs being stolen anymore. But these guys must be like thieves that time traveled from the early 90s to late 2019, and they're just confused by the scary future. But, you know, they see TVs like, shit, they still got TVs. Yeah, boys are back in action, let's steal this bitch. That's probably still worth it. Unfortunately, the security camera doesn't capture any sound, but if it did, you'd probably be hearing the Benny Hill theme being played over the loudspeaker, and this guy right here that's fucking DJ turntabling the TV on the wall shouting for help. Luckily, there was a vigilante in the area hearing the cries, but I guess those windows must be clean as shit because he thought that one was open instead of the broken one next to him, so he hits that like a dog trying to come inside but hitting a glass door. The cavalry arrives and they get their third friend opening the trunk, which is just very overconfident, thinking they're actually going to get this TV off here. And this must be just the slipperiest goddamn glass of all time. It's like they're on an ice skating rink. Now finally, after windmilling the TV for 30 seconds, they finally rip that bitch off the wall and luckily break it immediately, so they get nothing out of this, and they keep slipping and sliding all over the place. It's like there's fucking butter on the bottom of their shoes. Then finally the mastermind, the supervillain, the real muscle behind the operation, hops in the driver's seat and peels out. They may have left empty-handed, but at least their pride is intact. Their spirits were probably still high, and I imagine they drove away looking for the nearest Radio Shack or Blockbuster to rob next. Let's go through this one more time and watch the slippery bandits in action again. I've mounted a few TVs in my day, but I've never seen one with this kind of range of motion. I've never seen one that you could spin like a fucking washing machine. His tactics also don't make sense, because he's going with it, he's trying to like unscrew it and then kind of like kick flip off it. I don't even know if these two guys know each other. This guy comes from way downtown, like out of fucking nowhere for a surprise RKO. I can't imagine that they plan to be this far away from each other. This might just be like a really nice coincidence, like, shit, I was trying to rob this place too, fuck it, this guy's already here, let's try and help. Damn, we're not strong enough to help. And it's super slippery. No doubt his hands are sliced up from landing on that glass, but he's a trooper, so he doesn't let the pain bother him. He goes and rips that TV off. At this point, it wasn't about stealing it, it was about teaching the TV a lesson. You don't fuck with the slippery bandits. That fucking TV thought it could make these guys look stupid? Unbelievable. No one makes these guys look stupid. I don't know if they got caught or anything, but I imagine if they did, they'd probably just immediately go to jail and hope that the video never surfaces. Like they're in the fucking courtroom. I didn't do it. Well, we have video, you did it. Fuck it, don't show it. I did it. Just please don't show it. It's gotta be real fucking embarrassing. But yeah, that's it. So yeah.